everybody, it's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're taking your phone calls, 800-585-1051. We're talking about the footage of Diddy abusing Cassie and beating Cassie that was released over the weekend, and his apology after that. And we just open up the phone lines to get your thoughts. We've heard so many. A lot of us have read Cassie's lawsuit, which was pulled, and a lot of this was in it. So we're just pretty much asking, what are your thoughts? Let's start with you, Jess.
I think it's disgusting. I think it's crazy to know. To actually see that. I mean, we've heard rumors and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But to actually see it, and then for it to be of that magnitude, right? Like, in which I still hold that to be light. Like, to think about behind closed doors,
what
like
else
at
could have been
home,
going on?
you know, and then even leading up to her running out, like, 'cause she really was like gone. You know what I mean? Like, she was trying to get away, one sock on, like she was running. You know what I mean? So it's disgusting. And then I feel for her having to relive that. Yeah. And then other things. This is probably like just even light to her. Like, man, y'all really don't know what I went through. You know, speaking as her. So I feel like I don't believe nothing he say. I feel like, yeah, it's definitely time for him to go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's not going to go for jail for that because of...
Yeah, but this is only the beginning of things that we're about to see. Like, it's so many things that's about to unfold. I feel that personally, like, this is just one little video that's about to spark it off. And
you know what? I agree with you. It was disgusting. It was hard to watch, hard to look at. And me having 6 kids, 4 daughters, you just think if any man or somebody put their hands on your daughter like that, what would you want to do? What would you want to happen to them? And it's sad. And Diddy, as you can see, he's going through problems or whatever it may be. But I really feel bad for Cassie. Like you said, this is brought back up. And another reason I feel bad for Cassie is because when this lawsuit came out, a lot of people didn't believe her. Yeah. You know, a lot of people were joking her. A lot of people said it's just a cash grab. A lot of people didn't necessarily come to her defense at that time because, you know, we just didn't have all the evidence or all the details.
Yeah, and that's not her own fault. I mean, I think that's your approach shouldn't be to joke her, but your approach doesn't have to be to pick a side in those situations. Correct. Because we don't know. All we know, this is an allegation. It's an accusation. And this is what we always say. Listen to everybody, but you believe all proof.
Believe the facts.
This video is proof.
Hands down proof. You know? And it is just so disgusting. And a lot of people I see were looking at Diddy as we talked about it earlier, as a superhero. And that's why I always say a lot of time a celebrity, you respect their business, you respect them as an artist, but they're human and we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But it was disgusting. It was heartfelt. I mean, not heartfelt, but it hurt my heart watching that. And I watched it with my oldest daughter and I watched it with my wife, and we were just sitting there like, I can't believe it. Like that somebody would do that to somebody that they say they love. Yeah. Think about it, because she was on the floor, passed out. She looked lifeless and he was kicking her. Lifeless. It wasn't like she wasn't fighting back. She was just laying there. And that's somebody that somebody says that they love. Yeah. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I got a bunch of emotions, but the main emotion I always get when I see a man putting hands on a woman in this way is just disgust and disappointment. Like, you know, Diddy need his ass beat. Like, I wish Cassie would have had a gun on her and would have shot him right there on the spot. Like, that's my initial reaction, because that's how I always feel when I see situations like this. And then there's this weird sense of grief that sets in, because Diddy is a hip-hop hero. Diddy is an ordinary person who did extraordinary things, you know, from hip-hop culture. So to sit here and act like this man wasn't a huge part of our upbringing, that would just be me lying to myself. So there's this weird sense of grief, like another one of our heroes has ruined their legacy, and it's his own fault because of poor choices. And when will people really start doing the work on themselves? Like, this man was 46 years old when this happened.
I thought it was 48. I thought he was like
2016?
Yeah, 48.
How old is he now?
I don't know.
I thought when I did the math, he was 46. I
thought I did 48. But
back then, you thought he was 46?
No, when it happened, he was like
46
47, 48. Yeah, he was an older man.
Yeah, I'll be 46 next month. So my whole thing is like, at what point do people really start doing the work on themselves? At what point do people stop lying to themselves? Like, he knows all the issues he has. He knows whether it's substance abuse, whether it's whatever he's dealing with, he knows. He knows how he's treating people. He knows what he's doing to people.
And the thing is, he got girls.
Yes, you got girls. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so It's pathetic.
You was 40. You're at what point do you stop lying to yourself and you say I need help. Like I can't keep treating people like.
But that's what bothered me too. Like and I'm not gonna say it's okay, but you would expect it from a younger individual, somebody that has not done the work, that has not grown, a 19, 20, 21 that needs
to help. This man is 46
years
years old.
40, I thought he was 48,
a billionaire.
47, 48.
He's a billionaire. He got access to all the best everything, all the best therapists, all the best resources, and you still carrying on like this at 46 years old?
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
It's a sense of power, literally, just to be the most powerful person in the world or the industry. Is something that people love. They love.
Are the opposite. You that broken.
Yeah.
You that broken to where you projecting all that pain and all that hurt that you feeling on the other people, because for you to be running down a hotel with a towel on
and fuzzy
doing
socks.
doing that to a young lady.
You're right.
Like you don't give a damn about nothing or nobody.
He didn't care who was out there.
No.
It wasn't like it was his own private suite. It could have been other people
waiting for
out
the
there.
elevator.
Absolutely.
So imagine what type of level of monster that is, right? When you don't care to that extent, you got that kind of money and nobody can tell you anything. Shit. You shouldn't be on the street.
But like
That's
you
what
said,
I'm
it's probably he needs to work on himself, like losing his dad at a young age.
I ain't making none of them excuses for him.
But he needs help. Like he needs help, and the people around him who have seen this. I think in one of the in the thing that the lawsuit, Cassie was like, security had to stop him one time, and I'm like, who are these people around him?
Listen, that man was 46
People that are
then.
scared of him.
Sean Combs has had the good sense to accomplish all these great things. So he should have the good sense to go do some great things with himself and figure his own life out. For him to still be doing that at 46 years old to people, there's no excuse. I don't want to hear about nothing. I understand there's a root cause to all trauma. But at 46 years old, for him to accomplish all the things that he's accomplished, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. And you can't run from yourself. Eventually, that part of you catches up to you.
We have Valerie on the line. Valerie, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How you feeling, Valerie? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts, I just feel that it is rather disgusting what he did to that young woman. And, she's not a girl, she's not a child, but, especially looking at the age difference, he's 20 years older than her. He could have been her dad. And he's got daughters. And, I just don't understand. I don't know if it's that, I don't know why is it that, it's not just our men, but, obviously it's not a cultural thing, but speaking where our men are concerned, I don't know why they allow themselves to self-destruct. I don't know if it's that they think they're never going to get caught, or they think that because they reach a certain level of success that their demons are going to just disappear and that they don't face and find time to deal with it. I mean, because apparently money is not an issue for him to get the type of help that he needs to deal with his demons. And apparently he knows he's got demons because he knows what he was doing was wrong. So, and then also, men like him were always the first ones to talk about if you do something to mine, you're never going to do nothing to mine. I'm never going to let nobody do nothing to mine. But then they turn around and do it to somebody else's. So, there's just, it's the saddest part for me is that is what she went through. I have family members women that have gone through that. My mom is actually a survivor of domestic violence. And, one of the worst things, two of the worst things I think a man could do is to sit on and put his foot on a woman, and it's not just about the physical abuse. It's just about not only the physical abuse. It's now I'm just going to degrade you not just as a woman, but just as a human being. Right. It's just what he did was so disgusting. I'm disappointed. I am highly above and beyond disappointed in him as a man, as a black man. And as a black man that has reached a certain level, which there's not many of us, our men that have reached his level, right? And to reach that level and to self-destruct,
That's right.
And to do that to yourself. And then yet again, every culture has its thing. They have their people that do what, but like I said, there's not a whole lot of us that reach that status. And just take a book out of President Obama's, page. He reached a certain level, and he maintained being a good human being. But also, I think people need to understand is that people tend to think that once you reach a certain status or your celebrity status, that you walk on clouds, or you're not human, or whatever demons or issues you had that were brewing beforehand, they're just going to be magnified.
They're going to multiply. That's right.
Yep. Well, thank you
for
your call. It's
going to be magnified and multiplied, and the world can see it now. All right.
Thank you,
Charlamagne. I do want to have an opportunity. I don't want to do it now because I don't want to take away from the Diddy situation, and the Cassie situation. But I want to call back and speak with you about the whole Taylor Marjorie Green, which you said on Friday. I'm gonna try to get back through a little bit later.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
All right. Okay.
And that's what she brought up some very good points. And one thing that it made me think about, you can't give Diddy credit for being a genius and a mogul on one aspect of his life, but then say he doesn't know any better when it comes to stuff like violence towards women. That man knows plenty better. He knew what he was doing was wrong, and he was still choosing to do it for whatever reason. Maybe because he thought he was just too powerful. Maybe he thought he could get away with it. Maybe that's just his nature. I don't know.
Right.
But you can't give him credit for being a genius, on one aspect, but then say he don't know no better. That man he definitely know better.
Absolutely. Taking more of your calls, 800-585-1051. Let's discuss this. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're opening up the phone lines talking about Diddy. And everything that happened with Diddy over the last couple of days. Started with you, Jess. And you know what I want to ask you, Jess?
What?
Not only did that video came out and the apology, what did you think about the apology?
I felt like, how somebody apologized because something came out.
Because you got caught.
What I mean? It's like, oh wow, these people, and this is for the world to see. This, of course, this circulated, you know what I'm saying? But he felt, and probably still feels, untouchable, you know what I mean, for a long time. And like even paying $50,000 to have that video erased or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you don't think that when you're that powerful and you that, so self-absorbed, you don't think things like this will come back, and there's no way I don't know why he thought that, but there's no way that somebody gonna hold on to something like this, and that can be something that you playing with, something totally like out of your control. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just thought it was crazy. He didn't say
nobody's name. Yeah.
Like the video was you beating Cassie. How come you didn't say, I am sorry, Cassie?
Because I don't feel like he regrets what he did. I still feel like it's like, nah. And I feel like he may feel like, yo, that's from so long ago. And I know that he's done some worse things. And that, like I said, that's why I keep saying that video was just light, like something like so light that he did. Imagine all the other things he probably did. So I don't think he saw it as like, I don't need to apologize to her.
Man, that apology was nastier than De Leon tequila. And let me tell you something else. Not only should he have apologized to Cassie in that video, he should have apologized to all of the general public that he lied to.
Yeah.
You sat there and you tried to paint Cassie as a liar for weeks. You're the one who put out
because
statements.
She wanted some money.
Yeah, you put out statements saying it was just a witch hunt and it was just a money grab, and you deny everything that's being said. You volunteered that lie. So if you're going to do an apology, you got to apologize to Cassie, then apologize to the general public for lying, and then, I don't know, throw yourself at the mercy of the court. But honestly, he shouldn't have did that apology at all. That's why I keep saying, for somebody whose slogan is can't stop, won't stop, somebody need to grab him and say, no, it's time to stop.
No, seriously.
Because it has stopped.
Yeah.
It's over.
And then you gave her the money. You ended up paying. Like, you ended up settling. So if they were just looking for a payday, if it was something that you really didn't do, you wouldn't have paid.
That's right.
But the sad thing is you hear all these other women that's been coming out for months saying that they've been abused and that they've been in altercations. And, people always decide what's true and what's not. And you just think out, damn, like, that might be him.
Yeah.
Which is sad because, like you said, he has daughters. He has beautiful daughters, which is sad.
The other complaint, unless I'm mistaken, it wasn't about him abusing women. It was about him
having like a trafficking rink or something. It was like other stuff.
Not Lil Rob, but there was a girl. There was another woman that did an interview that said Diddy kicked her while she was pregnant. I'll say allegedly.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then one of his other ex-girlfriends, I think she sat down with somebody and she was saying that like he was throwing her shoes at her. He would like choke her. Basically, she described something similar to what we saw on the Cassie footage. Yeah. So yeah, we've been hearing it. Well,
let's go to the phone lines. We got Chantel on the line. Chantel, good morning.
I'm disgusted. From someone who used to be a huge Diddy fan, I'm disgusted. I wish it wasn't true, but also, why they charge Bill Cosby, why they can't charge him.
Well, the statute of limitations in California are different for, I guess, rape and domestic violence.
Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. No, they should charge him. They should charge him. I hope everything else comes out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm almost positive they will.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Ike Nice.
Ike Nice, what's up, man? Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
What's up? Hey, I wanted to speak to y'all. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne, DJ Envy. Yeah, I wanted to say, man, first of all, like my pastor said, I pray for him and call the police.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, every time I think about this, I think that everybody's a victim, right? And y'all got it right earlier this morning, you know what I'm saying? When people like Puffy are granted the power, you know, it comes responsibility with that power. He got that power like back in 92. And being young as he was, getting that power to be able to influence people, men, women, you know what I'm saying, young ladies, people that want to be inspired to be artists like him. In this situation with Cassie, she wanted the same thing that she saw him have based on the videos, the lifestyle. So she got involved with him, thinking that she was going to be able to get those things that he had. And then after a while of doing, over 10 years, I believe they were together. Either one or two things happened. She either aged out of the things that he was into because she came into it already being young because he already had a head start in that lifestyle that he had known that he was able to influence people like her. Mm-hmm. So when she got into that lifestyle, you know, like I say, either one or two things. She woke up and decided, hey, I can't take this no more. Or he probably said, you know, I'm sick of you. I'm putting you to the wolves. And so then now it becomes a money thing for her. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to be paid for my pain and suffering that I had to go through, you know, because of the promises that you gave me, that I would be able to become this person that I see you having the ability to make Mary and Faith and all these other people, you know what I'm saying, that you told me I can have.
My brother, I think I hear what you're saying, but you're missing the whole point. Yeah. If I was beating your ass for however long, you know what I mean, at whatever point she decided to wake up and say enough is enough of this
what
abuse.
She thought she could get out.
Hey, I don't think she was thinking about being the next Mary J. Blige at that point once she getting her head beat in. Like you could tell from that video of her trying to leave that hotel room. She's sick of getting beat on.
Yeah, it is definitely not about music.
No, because to me it seemed like she was trying to leave but didn't have help to leave. It felt like she was all by herself. And maybe when she met the trainer that was training her, that was her way to get out. But it seemed like she was trying to get out. It seemed like she kept getting beat and they kept pulling back in. I don't know, but that's what it seems like. But regardless of the power of what Diddy could have done, no woman deserves that.
That's why I don't like
nobody deserves that.
That's why I don't like when we make these situations about the individual as opposed to the issue. Domestic violence is the issue.
Correct.
Domestic violence has been around since the beginning of time. Like we're talking about. I was reading something a while ago where it was saying how, you know, it was legal to beat your wife up until 1920.
Right.
And when it comes to like domestic violence and family violence, that wasn't even looked at as a crime until like the 60s or 70s. So think about that. So this is a societal problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? This isn't just something that, you know, one person has to deal with or one rich person with power.
Right.
Like, it's poor people beating the hell out their women too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll take some more calls when we come back. Phone lines lit up. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Diddy and all the information that came out in the last couple of days. Of course, the footage of Diddy domestically abusing Cassie and then Diddy's apology. And we're just taking your calls. We have Donna on the line. Donna, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We're doing well, Donna. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is, first of all,
Donna, first,
I
can you,
know what's going on in Hollywood.
Donna, turn down your radio first because we can hear your radio in the background.
I did.
All right, go ahead,
I
Mama.
want to know what's going on in Hollywood that nothing happens in real time. It's always 9 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later.
Money, power, cover-ups. Why you think these people got PRs and crisis management teams and all of that? Like something like that happens, with a Diddy and a Cassie, they're gonna cover that up immediately. It's this new era where there's video of everything everywhere that's messing the game up. I promise you, these PR people and these crisis management teams, they hate this new era because they can't hide things anymore.
And I also want to comment on what y'all were saying about her daddy needing help to work on himself. He was broken and all that. Cassie was too, in order to accept that behavior from somebody. Because I went through that, and myself, I needed to work on myself to realize why would I accept this from a man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because that goes both ways. You have to get out of those situations. You got to look within yourself and ask yourself, why did I accept this behavior from this man? Why did I let him do this to me? Yes, he's a monster, but why did I accept this monster to live up under my bed every night?
But this is the thing also, you know what I'm saying? Like because that's not act like we haven't heard rumors of people like dropping like flies when you try to get out of situations concerning certain people. You know what I mean? The girl was scared. It was said that he would beat her up and then send her to other countries, vacations to heal. Like it's not that easy to get away at times, depending on your abuser, how much power, money, and respect they got. You know what I mean? Because like to your point earlier, you were saying like some people looked at him as a hero or whatever, but the whole time you're a villain behind closed doors and a powerful villain. So,
but not only that,
and she was young, by the way.
Young.
She was, but this tape was 2016, he was 46, she was 29.
Yeah.
But hold on, but not only that, right? When you read the documents, they said that Diddy's people controlled her life. The same management team, the same accountants allegedly, the same people that booked her travel, the same people that got paid her taxes and paid her bills was the same.
Everything, what I'm doing.
Where can you go?
Down to every call I make, every text I send. What are you talking about? It's not as easy as everybody think it is all the time.
We got Valerie on the line. Valerie, good morning. Valerie? Go pick it up, bro. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Letitia. How are you guys?
Hey, Letitia, good morning. What's your thoughts?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. First off, I just feel like we're giving so much space to Diddy at this point. Like, Cassie, I hate it for her, Looking at Diddy and the situation that happened, I really don't believe that he's sorry. Because if he's sorry, when it came about, the beginning, he would have apologized then, right? So the sorry comes from us knowing that. You know what I mean? So is that genuine? Like, is that authentic? Because
no, it's not.
He didn't do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when a kid steals a piece of gum in a candy store. If they can get out, they're going to get out and chew it. If they get in trouble, then that's when they get a whipping when they get home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's almost like he's turned from mogul to monster. It's no longer hashtag no Diddy. It's like hashtag mogul to monster at this point because you're 46 when this video surfaced. Well, when it happened, you were 46. At this point, we can't continue to give someone, even his age, a consistent excuse.
Yeah, but even when y'all say that, when y'all say we giving them grace, like what are we supposed to do? Mm-hmm. Like what are we the general public supposed to do? Like when you say we giving them grace, like what do you mean? What does that mean? Like only thing you could do is call out the behavior and say that it's wrong and it's foul. Like what?
That really is all that we can do. It's more so of the vocal piece behind it. It's really like people in the type of positions standing up and saying that he's wrong. I feel like the only ones that's giving their advice or giving their response to it are those that are not really in the industry like that because they're scared of the backlash. They're scared of what's going to happen to their partnership. You know what I mean? That apology that Diddy did is solely for sponsorship.
That's it.
I don't care what anybody says.
And that's
good. Legit for people to feel like he's sorry. Because if he wanted help, you have money for years and years and years. You could have been sought out help.
That's right.
You didn't even cry in your apology video. You could have at least cried.
Thank you.
If you're going to put on a show, then put on a show. Because that apology is exactly what it was. It's legit monster mogul. It's from mogul to monster at this point. Because that's what he is. He's a monster. You have daughters. Like you kick trash. You ever seen someone kick money on the ground? No, they pick it up.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever seen someone drop something that was priceless on the ground and pick it up? No.
I wouldn't even.
Kick trash and that's what you do.
I wouldn't even want him to cry, like none of that. Like I don't like fake, phony apologies. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he did exactly what he should have did. Okay, cool. Like apologize, like she said, for sponsorships or whatever, a partner. You know, he did that for business. Like whatever business
by the way, he's an idiot to think he still got business.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like
his team is a bunch of idiots to think that there's still a business. There is no business.
No, there's no business.
Yeah,
it's
I want to see Diddy cry. Like that's for one. That's not something we going to see anyway. I feel like you just shouldn't have said nothing.
Nothing.
You know, but what he gave us is what he gave us, and it wasn't an apology to anybody. Mm-mm. It wasn't. It wasn't to us. It wasn't. It was just because. It leaked. The video got out.
Well, we would like to tell anybody that's dealing with domestic violence, if you have friends or family members that's dealing with domestic violence and don't know a way out, there is always the 800 number that they can help you. They can guide you. They can get you in a situation which is a lot safer. And the 800 number is 1-800-799-7233. Again, 1-800-799-7233. Or you can text 88788. All right. I'm just reading some of the stats, and there's so many people dealing with them that we never even think. And they saying on average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. Wow. So that's a lot of people that are continually dealing with this. So again, if you are dealing with it, you know, a family member dealing with it, and you're trying to get out and you don't know how, the number is 800-799-7233. All right. When we come back, we'll take some more calls next hour, I'm sure. We have Jess With The Mess. What are we talking about?
Talking about, and all these people talking about like grace that, you know, people are giving him. These responses are not so gracious that we're going to talk about celebrities that are not giving him grace, and they're standing behind Cassie and other women that have been abused as well. So we're going to get into that. All
right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.